Here's why you need to have a beginner's mindset when it comes to learning new things. Even if it's not a new thing, even if it's a skill that you currently have, if you go in with the mentality that I already know this thing, then you're not going to learn beyond what you already know. Let's say you're semi okay at playing basketball, but you assume I already know how to dribble, I already know how to shoot free throws. I don't need to practice that. So you never grow in that area. You never go back to the basics. Michael Jordan used to say, you always have to practice the basics. And he's arguably the best player of all time. Now, let me put in an analogy for you, using basketball as an example. If you were to look at the worst free throw takers in NBA history, they're all guys that are 6'9" and taller. One of the most famous example is Shaquille O'Neal. How tall was Shaq? 7'1". Everybody on this list, for the most part, is 6'9" and taller. Given that the basketball rim is 10 feet above the air, wouldn't it make sense for somebody who's taller to be better at free throws as opposed to somebody who's also in the NBA but shorter? You see, the thing that made these players the worst free throw takers, I guarantee you, is that they did not have a beginner's mindset. They never went back to the basics. All of these players coasted by on something that they were strong at. Let's say, for example, Shaq. He was tall and he could dunk. So he's like, I don't need to learn free throws, or I don't need to practice them. Same for every single one of these players. Dwight Howard, really tall, can dunk, can get layups. But if you were to look at the best free throw takers, they're all shorter than 6'9". The tallest guy on this list is only 6'7". The best free throw taker of all time, Steph Curry, 6'3". Steve Nash, 6'3". This guy, 6'1". All these guys the only person that's above 6'9" in this entire list is this guy, Peja Stojakovic. And I guarantee you the reason why he was good at free throws was because he had a beginner's mindset. He went back and he constantly relearned and practiced the basics. But if you're one of these guys and you're like, man, I already know everything there is to know, you're not going to go back and relearn the basics. You're never going to grow. You know, Shaq was known for dunking and breaking backboards, but he could not shoot a free throw and make it to save his life.